What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. All right, guys, last night a big article came out covering a large institution canceling one of their lending products. We're going to go over that in this video. I'm also going to give you my take on it and what it means. Then we're going to talk about AMC being off the threshold security list. I covered it in a couple videos ago. I'm going to give you what it kind of means, break it down, and then we're also going to take a peek at the charts, of course. So let's get right into it, guys. First off, this is the article. Wells Fargo tells customers it's shuttering all personal lines of credit. The bank is shutting down all existing personal lines of credit in the next coming weeks. They also warn their customers it could impact their credit score. And basically, they are pitching this that they want to offer different products to really suit their customers better. However, guys, let me give you my take on this, okay? What a line of credit is basically similar to margin. It gives you the accessibility to access cash. It's not a fixed asset like a personal loan would be, like a mortgage would be, like a car loan would be, and there's also no collateral to this. So you apply for these personal lines of credit, and basically it is there in case of a pretty much, I wouldn't say case of emergency, but in case you need it. For example, if all of a sudden my furnace breaks or my transmission blows and I need $5,000 to $7,000 and I don't have that cash right away, it gives me the accessibility. Now, what does this do for banks? One, obviously, when they are able to, collect on these premiums from individuals utilizing these lines of credits, but it also puts them at a risk, meaning that you never know how much money is going to get pulled. So I've been covering the financial systems, the amount of money that is on margin, guys. I mean, even take a look at this. This is coming from the Federal Reserve. Look at this spike right here. The amount of margin accounts at brokers and dealers. The asset level is absolutely insane. We've covered it numerous times. And I think, in my opinion, guys, Wells Fargo is at a position saying, well, wait a minute, you've got loans in forbearance, you've got inflation, everything's becoming more expensive. Okay, you've got student loans that have, or graduates that haven't paid student loans in a period of time that are going to have to start paying come September, October. All right, and just a little bit of shakiness that's going on in the market. What if people start all pulling from these personal lines of credit? We are going to put ourselves in a position where we can really, really be screwed. So that is my opinion of why they are canceling those lines of credit. Like I said, guys, Wells Fargo is not a small bank. So that's just kind of my take on it. I'm going to continue to monitor this. I've been covering the financial systems and the financial markets very, very closely because, like I said, guys, they are insanely overextended. Now, I was around for 2008. However, I'll be honest, I was young and I didn't really understand it. After being in the market now and seeing everything that happened, okay, with these subprime mortgages and the mortgage-backed securities and what some of these big banks did, do I think that exact thing's going to happen again? No, because there are, the Dodd-Frank Act and there's other laws in place. However, the fact of them overextending themselves like they have, well, that plays for a totally different ball game. So it's really good to keep an eye on what is going on because, like I said, the stock market is directly affected because of this. So I'm going to continue to monitor this, guys. Let's get into this right here, guys, the threshold list. So this came to me, I think I was scrolling on Twitter or something, and somebody said AMC is off the list. Well, guys, first and foremost, I want to kind of just talk about what I had said in my last video. And the first thing is the fact that, one, there's no single catalyst, okay, for what is going to, quote unquote, make AMC squeeze or going to bring the price up. There's no one single catalyst. That's why when you have all these rule changes, all the information that we know, it's that collectively that is going to bring the price to where it's already gone. I mean, we were at $5, $10, where it's already gone and where it could potentially go in the future. Okay, so just keep that in mind, guys. There's no one single catalyst. Now, let's take a look at the charts. When we break this down, I'm going to take a quick look at the 10-day chart. And once I found out they were off the list, I was like, okay, well, if you think about what it takes to be on the threshold security list, is that there was over 2.5 million or 2.6 million, okay, FTDs. Now, we've covered the FTDs a little bit on this channel, guys, and I've told you that, one, we're never going to know the real amount of FTDs. However, out of all of the research, okay, that we've done, all the due diligence, okay, all the time, energy, effort, mathematics, everything that we've done, we know that whatever they tell us the FTDs are, it is skyrocketing more than that. And chances are they won't ever be able to cover all of the FTDs out there because it goes on into the hundreds of millions, if not billions, okay? But let's take a look at what just happened over this 10-day period from when it eventually got on the threshold security list. If you think that, okay, they need to cover just 2.5 million shares to be able to get off of it. That's it. 2.5 million. What you think of the float over 500 million is a small amount. We already know from Ortex there's 100 million shares shorted. So 2.5 million. We're talking 2% here, guys. Okay. Well, it looks like after looking at this chart, guys, it's like they literally purposely drove. I mean, remember that iceberg research, okay? Big old iceberg research, okay? Putting out that article, bringing the price down, dropping it down, continue to short, heavy shorting, bringing it all the way back down. And then what happened here from this price point? Boom. We got almost a 30% pop all the way back up to that level, okay? So could I see that was their move in order to be able to kind of cover just a small bit of shares to get off the threshold list? Sure. Now, why do I think that they wanted to get off the threshold list so quickly? Because, I mean, Overstock was on it for an insane long period of time. GameStop was much more. Well, now I think there's so much more scrutiny and eyes on exactly what the heck these hedge funds are doing that they wanted a little bit of heat off their back. However, there is still an astronomical amount of FTDs, and don't look at this, guys, as one single catalyst. But if there was a time where they probably covered the 2.5 million, which, like I said, guys, is a very small amount, it was probably in this time frame. If you look at just the volume on this 30-minute chart, we've got 24 million shares traded. You look at this huge uptick, 13 million. So that 2 million, guys, is a very, very small amount. We know where we stand, okay? We know where we stand. That nothing has changed based on that. We know the amount of shares that they say that are shorted is nothing compared to what is really shorted. Okay, so last thing, guys, I want to wrap this up, and this is important, so please take a peek or take a chance to listen to this, guys, is that I cover the technical analysis all the time in my channel, and I know some of you guys have posts out there, oh, it doesn't matter with AMC and so forth, and the reason why I cover it for you guys is to try to help you guys manage some of your expectations. And I think it's always better to be prepared of where you're going. So when I cover this and say, guys, all right, yeah, it looks like our next form of retracement is down to this $39 level. Well, when we're sitting at $45 like we were, and I talked about it going down to $39, yeah, if you watch my video talking about it going down to 45, you might think to yourself, oh, shit, it could go down to $39. But what about some of the other guys that are like, oh, it's $100,000 by Friday, confirmed? Like, what do you think happens? It's the same thing as me telling my 3-year-old, like, let's go to the store, buddy. We got to go to the store. And he's just saying no. And I immediately come out of nowhere and say, I'll buy you a toy. When it's like, you didn't even need to. Like, he's going to go to the store with me. It's just going to take him half a minute. Okay. But then you say it, and then all of a sudden we get to the store and you're like, no, I'm not buying you that. Like, it's the same thing that some of these guys are doing. Oh, it's going to this, it's going to that. Well, it's like, you're going to hold. I know you guys watching this, you're going to hold no matter what. You know what I mean? Don't feed bullshit to these people saying, oh, it's going to go to this price by this certain time, because you're just messing with their emotions and their expectations. So I always, want to, emphasize and preface that, like, I cover the technical analysis just to show you guys where the retracements are, what it looks like, what we're bouncing off of, so you guys can have an understanding. It's literally like, like I said, guys, it's just being prepared of knowing where the stock could go, keeping your emotions in check and your expectations in check. And like I said, if you guys know that this is something that you're going to hang on to and the price is going to be crazy, up and down like this, well, then you have those expectations going into it. And when it starts to go down, nobody's posting on Reddit talking about, all this crap. Nobody's commenting, getting frustrated, because you were told that from the beginning that the price is going to go like this. But when you hear of everybody saying, oh yeah, it's just going to be a straight shot right up to $100,000 by Friday, confirmed. Like, what are you doing? You're literally telling people, you're trying to, inform people of a play that we're in on, why this is an awesome play, okay, and everything where it's going. But then you're telling them that it's just going to be like, oh yeah, you're going to, I'm going to put in $20 and then tomorrow I'm going to have $1 million and I'm just going to be able to buy a Lamborghini and it's going to be great. Well, I've never done that. I've never once said what price it's going to go to. I've never tried to do that. And the reason, for it is, yeah, I might not get, the same amount of clicks on $100,000 confirmed video. But the fact that as long as you guys can close the phone, can close the computer after watching this video and know, okay, that, yeah, this is going to be a fight. This is going to be a battle. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be some bullshit. There's going to be times where you're like, nobody's selling. How the hell is the price going down? Well, as long as you guys can know that, it's going to help you make it much easier to hold. All right. And it's also going to help for all the people that you guys talk to about AMC, that you're giving them the real information and not the fact that it's just going to. So just want to cover that, guys. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'll see you in the next one.